Hey, it's Kim here. Sorry, my YouTube has just come up with all kinds of warnings about how my stream bitrate is terrible. But hi, welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing Gone Home, which I think is set in the 90s. So as someone who was a young kid in the 90s, I'm hoping for a bit of nostalgia. But I also look at the home screen, which looks like not this. It's not working. We're having a great run today. Here we go. Hang on, let me get the right game up. There it is. Please work. There we go. This is what the home screen looks like, and it honestly looks a tad scary, so I'm hoping it's not going to be a horror game because I have started playing Until Dawn, which is freaking me out a little bit, TBH, but I'm hoping this will be fun. Fingers crossed. Please let me know if the stream is absolutely terrible. I don't know what I can do to help fix it, but it's just telling me that my bitrate is terrible, but I don't seem to be able to do anything. I click the buttons, but nothing changes. So I guess we'll just jump into it. Use the arrow keys, or WASD, my fave, to walk and look around using the mouse. Nice and simple. And hi Matt, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me. I hope it's not too early for you. I do have the day off today, which I think all of Victoria gets. I do know all of Victoria gets the day off, but I thought I'd spend it here instead of, I don't know, playing Pokemon.
Hi Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe.
Wow.
I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up.
Oh, that's kind.
Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
Oh, I hope she gets picked up from the airport anyway. Back when people had answering machines. Played this a few years ago. You've forgotten the story, but remember it was fun. June 7th, 1995, 1:15 a.m. So I was 5 years old on this date. Although if I am someone who's come home from Europe, I'm obviously not 5 years old. It's very dark and moody, and I have a great reflection of me in the screen. I'm called Caitlin Greenbrier. I'm going to Portland. Portland is Oregon. I remember these things. Oh, got a note on the door. Hold right mouse or left shift to look closer. Katie. I'm so sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please, please, don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want Mum and Dad to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried, I love you. Sam. Yeah, that's not at all ominous. Who leaves a message like that in the door? I always see people mentioning this when people ask for, the light is flickering. Games like Life is Strange, so you're in good hands with a fun experience that people always recommend. I'm excited for it. The door is locked. What about this door? This door is also locked. Can I knock? Great! This is just what happened in Until Dawn. And then I had to break in the side, and then there was creepy stuff. Do I have keys in my bag? Hello? I really want to turn the brightness up, or I want to turn the lights off in this room. I'm feeling like, because I cannot see the screen at all. Turn lamp on. Woo! Oh, it's the goose. Oh no, it's a Christmas duck. Good. Cost us $6 for this. And we've got physics, we can throw it, but I feel like if I can put it down gently, I might. Or not. Got more decorations, and the key. Shut the door. Should I put the duck back? Let's put the duck back. Leave no trace. I don't know why I'm paranoid. Oh, I've got a cup now. Grab a cup, put it back. Does the cup do anything? Cup does nothing. Where'd the duck go? Now I can open the door. Look, we're puzzle solving. Hello? This isn't terrifying. I refuse to be scared. We're past Halloween. I won't be scared. We seem to be moving house. This is a strange thing to come home to. Did Mum not get my message? Didn't think she'd tell me. We're leaving. We've got an invoice for the movers. For Terrence. 10 overweight boxes from the library. That means we've got a lot of
Dear Katie,
books.
So much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal. Just like I was talking to you.
Okay, so Sam's my sister. Okay, we got some lights. It's wonderful. So we've moved in, we're not moving out. I made the wrong assumption. So have I not seen this house before, potentially? Stephen King. Soft plus toilet paper. Beautiful. What's on this side? It's really just looking around. It's interesting. Got band-aids. A lot of band-aids. Whoops. I don't know why I did that. Invoice said movers were August 1994. See, I should maybe read things more closely. But this is set in 95 and they still have moving boxes laying around. I don't know. How often have you moved house? Because we still have... We've lived in Melbourne now for 3 years. And... Oh, there's a light here now. Oh, there's a top cupboard. And we still have things in boxes that are just in the storage above our car because we just have nowhere to put it. And even in our last place, we definitely didn't unpack everything because we've moved a fair amount over the years. I feel like I'm looking for clues. It's in the drawer. Stamps. I remember, I can't even remember what it was, where I learnt that robbers open things from the bottom drawer up because then they don't have to open and close as they go. So I guess put your, ooh, hey, I remember when cards looked like that. That's so great. Do you remember those really weird ones with the, what was it? It was Twisted Whiskers or whatever it was and it was super photoshopped? They were weird. Regional track and field in 1990. That's very cool. So she's quite fitnessy. She's winning trophies for her high jump and track. It's a very big fancy house. They must be quite rich. There's so many drawers to open and look through. Ah, it's a Sharpie. Is this my itinerary? Effective from June 1st last year. God, I'm going everywhere. Or are these just all the different flight paths? I'm just going to Amsterdam. Right. Wow. Kind of cool to see the world. another note. Sam. Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. Oh, if that's not me. 3 messages.
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam.
Oh my gosh. I remember leaving messages like that.
Sam, where are you?
Oh my god.
Really? I need to talk to you.
Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight.
And that's our message
But
from the
don't worry, I'll
start.
get a
What the
shuttle from the
hell
airport, so
has
you don't have to pick
happened?
me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Ooh. So in context, we're maybe faking how happy we were in the phone call. Sam, Katie, Mum and Dad. Aw, isn't that cute? I don't think people take photos like that so much anymore. God, this is not a horror game. Come on. Press 2 or M to check your location in the house. Oh, we're building the map as we go. Interesting. And I've got inventory as well. I wrote postcards from Paris. Hi Mum, Dad and Sam. Is 8th of February. No, no, the other way around, August. So a month later, I've done many Parisian things, including eating le petit déjeuner and wearing a beret. I'm going to have a lot of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company since you're my favourite sister. Strange. Put back. Nothing in there. This is interesting, creeping around our own house. Is that me or is that Sam? I can hear things. Did someone leave a radio on? Someone left a radio on or something. It's creepy. Welcome, new student. We hope that you are as excited by your first day at Goodfellow High School. Please be sure to bring the following with you. You may bring an owl, a cat, or a toad. All our books, please remember to get plenty of sleep.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl.
Oh, where have we moved?
Right.
I'm really trying to not be terrified while I'm doing this. We'll do the fan dance. In case it's hot and stuffy in here. Oh my gosh, it's a phone book. I just realized what that was. They don't make those anymore. Oh, they were so cool. I used to love filling in on the front just because you could kind of draw on it. I used to draw on it. You had the white and the yellow pages, and they used to be in separate ones, and they went together and they were upside down. Are there any deficiencies? Unclear. We have got bad wiring potentially. That's fun. So is that why it's so creepy in here? But why is no one home? That's so strange. The killing of JFK, a theory. Which president is that one? Is he the one who sat in the back of the car? I wonder if this is the kind of thing, it feels ominous just based on history of playing other games, but actually the game itself isn't that bad. You can do better. Why are there so many notes? He was the one sitting in the car? And that's the one, the grassy knoll, they think there's potentially more than one shooter and there's all conspiracy theories. Pioneer combination laserdisc compact disc player. Is this a Walkman? It's totally a Walkman. Oh, that's amazing. Enter combination. I don't know what that is. Wonder if I can find it. It's good to see that drawer open. There we go. Maybe it's on the wall. What have we got? 1963? Let's try 1963. Maybe he was about to speak about aliens. What would he have spoken about? 1963. Bummer. Apparently my game screen just turned off for some reason. What about anything on here? If you had a code, where would you leave your save combination? Just realised sort of how close I stand to things affects how much they can open. We're going to remember that there's a code and come back to this place. What is this room now? Where's the light switch? Gosh, that's scaring me. Not a fan of the wallpaper. I wouldn't decorate my really expensive house like that. There's a lot of dark corners as well. They could really use some better lighting. Oh, she's pretty. Sarah Holst. Coaster. What kind of room is this? Is this just a room for sitting? They have a library. Dear Terence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut it back. Interesting. So her dad wrote reviews, which must have been what was on the typewriter. He was reviewing the Walkman. 0451, we've found a code. Good job, everyone. Okay. 4, 5, 1. Woohoo! Dear Mr. Mason, please find and enclose your original document. So we're seeing noise about things too. Last will and testament. I do hereby bequeath every item of value to my nephew. So we inherited the house. My dad inherited the house. Oh, that's a font we can't read. I assume it says the same thing. So our uncle is seen as a psycho. We can hear something here. Why can we hear something over here? Oh! I was not expecting a room here. These kinds of fans, my grandma had this type of fan. And I was always so paranoid. Mum and, like, because we used to play in the sitting room and stuff, and Mum and Dad always used to tell us if we stuck our arms up and stuff, we'd lose our fingers. But they're kind of blunt looking. Why is there a pizza out here?
Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Press C or control to crouch. Where's the light for the room? There we go. It's the lounge room. Read shipping label. I'm so weirded out that no one is home. This is so strange. Yep, so we did review stuff. Interesting job. And we've got making friends. Sam thought this might help. It's very 90s decoration.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Sounds like a crush. I have one of those fans with the cover over light bulb on it. You have to screw the cover on. Remember being lazy and not wanting to turn the fan off? Knuckles close to the fan. See, did you lose your fingers? Because I feel like my parents may have lied to me. And I feel like Sam has a crush on the cool girl who plays Street Fighter. The Heaven at the Edge of the World. Story, the Turtle People. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever. or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them at Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. Beautiful. I love it. I want to know what happens next. Still happy fingers? That's good to know, Matt. Can't play games. Well, it's harder to play games without your fingers. There's definitely not a lot more done for accessibility and motor control and things like that. It's a tape. Oh my gosh. Let's put that in there. What's it called? Role model. I love this. That's 100% what I would be into. I want to listen to the whole song, but in my spare time. So that was great. I feel like I didn't really listen to the kind of music I wanted to listen to for a while. Forestry manual. Coupons. Grunge was very in then, wasn't it? 90s. That was because what, Kurt Cobain was 92. Trying to squint and see where is the lamp. Where is the light switch? There you are. What room is this now? That house is so weird. Okay, thing, stop with the creaking. Oh, this is a bar. Wow. Oh, my dad was an author. Interesting. Honestly, I love grunge music. Grunge music is so good. Got a record player as well. Play!
Somehow I always knew
I feel like this is where my parents hang out.
Now that it's happened, I just can't believe it's true.
My parents have a record player now, and they won't let me touch it. They don't trust me. I always wanted one because I always wanted to wind it backwards and things like that. But apparently that ruins the records, and that's a big deal now because records are expensive these days. Reproductive System Worksheet 6. Oh, this is awkward, isn't it? Is this a story about someone getting their period? Yeah. Apparently the teacher didn't like that. I always found health classes were always very strange, and they always They separated the guys and the girls because they didn't want the girls getting embarrassed, but I always thought that was kind of the opposite, because then you're just telling everyone it has to be a secret that girls turn into girls when they're, you know, hitting 13, 14 or younger these days, it seems like. But it's like, puberty happens to everyone. Maybe stop treating it like it's strange. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. So we're about 16 now. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too. So hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker. Yeah, I'm totally in. And they're gonna play Street Fighter. Also, amazing that this kid can draw hands. Look at that. Can't draw faces, can draw hands.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Ooh, another locked door. To the basement. Oh, let's not go there. We have a music room. Oh, and I missed a room over here. Let's go back. Oh, is that just a cupboard? There we go. With all these novels. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Goodness, who can read cursive? Janice. Thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape. And that what? This is someone who has no idea about games, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she's welcome back to our house to visit anytime.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
What was that room? Oh yeah, that. I'm just leaving all the things open. I remember when friendships were based on who had what. I feel like this was a cupboard. I remember sort of, you know, when you're getting into games at a young age and everything is about how it's bad for you and things like that. I had limited game time, which is like fairly fine enough, because obviously staring at screens all the time is bad for your eyes, as evidenced by me now needing glasses, but who knows, maybe it was going to be like that anyway. But it was always a lot of misunderstanding as well about how they work. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County. Senior conservationist is our mum. I feel like fires get worse every year now. New South Wales and Victoria are really bad for bushfires. I'm trying to think what games I was playing in 1995. So 5 years old. What was out? I was probably playing Maths Blaster. Spell It 3. I maybe had a lot going on with Kid Pix, not that that's a game. I don't know. I don't think Croc would have been out. I would have been playing Sonic at my aunt's house. And we wouldn't have had a 64 yet. So I was PC only and whatever we had on that. Read sternly worded letter. To whom it may concern. I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who's only three years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being, and since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Sam, stop leaving every damn light in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Daniel called. He wants his Nintendo game back. So this is going to be Sam's room. Wow. She's got a CD player. Nope, just a tape player. She got a TV in her room. Flag over the bed kind of reminds me of Chloe. What games were you playing in 1995? Adventurous the Cat returns. Ah, she's got codes written down. What a... Oh, that's the lightning. Nothing is coming to get me. Bratmobile, cool schmool. What's in this tape?
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmool. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the weather. We're such a good old day. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna walk away. I don't wanna hear how many friends you have. I don't have any anymore. I don't want you to tell me.
So that sounds like it's Sam's band, which is pretty cool. I remember always finding like mystery tapes, and you never, if they weren't labeled and you didn't know what was on them, you'd go over to a friend's house because they had Mortal Kombat. And that's such a violent game too. I can't believe you're allowed to play that. I don't know if I've ever played Mortal Kombat. Actually, I don't think I have, ever. But my mum would have been like, nope, you're never touching a game like that. So violent. More cartridges. Super Spitfire. So this looks like a SNES. SNES stuff. Then there's computer, and you got a fun Encyclopedia Britannica game. Did you ever have Encarta? Because that had a lot of stuff on it. Hi Lonnie, I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing, I've decided. Write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. What all the cool kids are actually doing is sending each other pages on their beepers. But we're calling them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. Your drawing of cats was so good that I added a background to make it even better. I like it. How did you know they were about to be abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Perfish right now. I feel like he would probably have lots of cats. Also, like, his secret shame is he watches 90210 religiously. I'll ask him about it after class. He said he doesn't have cats and also that he's never watched 90210, but I could see in his eyes he was lying. Would have been playing Alex Kidd, Sonic, and Sonic 2 on the Mega Drive because they were all the games we had. There's so many games! I wouldn't have had that many games. And so many fun games, like an actual console. We didn't have a console. She reads a lot of classic stuff there. Do you know if you had a favourite one of those? "3D Dinosaur Adventure, learning all about dinos." That's such a cool game. We had, oh, I feel like it might have been a bit later, but we definitely had a Magic School Bus game, which was about space. Sonic 2, yeah, Sonic 2 had Tails, and then I think Sonic 3 added Knuckles, I'm fairly sure. Someone was building a bike. Oh, this is cute. Steggy. There's a combination. I don't know what the combination is. I don't know who any of these people are. I haven't had that much to drink, Jodie Foster. How many fingers am I holding up? So on the right is Jodie Foster. I don't know. Wait, is that one's Nev? Is that Nev Campbell? I don't know who any of these people are. 101.7. Nope. Let's look in this door and see if we can find a code in a folder maybe. It's kind of fun walking around. Got your number. Are you going to the dance with anyone? What a game. Oh, she's written more. Yes. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap, spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb topping his royal scepter, a bit like Sailor Moon. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, poured into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. She's really improved. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention and then you." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by this invincible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no!" The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running her headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. Oh, that's so good! Loved your Sega Genesis. Then I remember getting a Sega Saturn where you used the CD in the console and it was so high tech. You had so many Segas. Holy Bible. Looks clean. Aw, Mitten. I really like her writing. I used to write a lot as a kid as well. Totally wrote fan fiction. And not that I knew it was fan fiction back then, but one of the first stories I ever wrote as part of, for school and stuff, you know, when you had to do we used to do like a show and tell thing, and I was writing a Pokemon fan fiction, but it was just a Pokemon story. Didn't know it was fan fiction at the time. Where do you think she keeps her codes? Oh, she's got more rooms coming off. It's weird. 2 doors into a room. That's so strange. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction? Wow. After school at the Coliseum, it came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it. So either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mum is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to bath? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so it's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15. Okay, don't bath. Yeah, I didn't see Pulp Fiction till I was 18. So close to a bathroom. I want to find the code for her locker. Is that blood? Is that fake? Excuse me. Oh. It's hair dye.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me.
Oh.
Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
That's so cute. Kind of interesting about the intimacy thing of getting your hair done, because we always go to strangers to get that done. And personally, I love getting my, like, where we go, they always give you a good, like, head massage while they shampoo your hair. I love it. Oh, this is Lonnie's. She wore an inappropriate shirt. I really want to find the codes. I feel like I'm meant to get a clue from somewhere. Would it be on this? I know Offspring, I've heard of the Dandy Warhols, I don't know if I've ever listened to them though. I really want to find the code. Why can't it be somewhere obvious? Would you keep a code on your desk? I feel like that's her band. The Misfits. Maybe it's one of their numbers or something. Guess we'll keep walking around and seeing what we find. So this is her room in there. And that was the bathroom. Pulp Fiction. Is this my room then? Whoa! Someone has been through all my stuff. I'm guessing Sam. I have so many drawers. And so many jeans! I own 2 jeans now, and that's a lot for me. Oh. We are safe and sorry. What did we put on tape? Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Cotillions? What is a cotillion? Silence of the Lambs. I've never seen that because the cover freaks me out. It's got the moth on it. It's terrifying. Aw, Mitten. Aw. This looks like some first-person Life is Strange. Hi, Trug Butt. Only spooky, except it's not scary. I keep reminding myself that it's not scary because I got enough horror games going on. And it feels creepy, but it's not. Can't put this drawer back, apparently. Look in my washing basket. But it definitely sets the mood for freaky, but doesn't quite hit the mark, I guess. It's the family. That's a moustache. There's a strong look there. Oh, more letters. Oh my goodness. I cannot read cursive. Is that to Sam or Jan? Who is Jan? Oh, Jan's our mum. Am I in my parents' room? Where's my room then? Bob and I had our own down periods. I'm going to really squint at this because I struggle to read cursive. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. You get used to each other. You live your own lives in the same house. The kids grow up, they go away. I'm sorry, this isn't helping, is it? Don't worry. Cherry will get over whatever's distracting him. Things will go back to normal. And as for Sam being distant, that's a teenager for you. Nothing to worry about. Do you remember when people wrote letters? I used to have letter sets so I could write to my friends. I loved it. I love getting letters. Even like an email would be amazing now, like an actual one, and maintain conversation like that. In the meantime though, this controlled burn, that sounds like quite the adventure. But let's cut to the chase. This new ranger they sent, that's what I want to hear about. Ranger Rick. Sounds like a 90s TV show. You have to be kidding me. It's too perfect. Is that a TV show? Is that why it's too perfect? You have to tell me everything and pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Keep your chin up until Terry is out of his slump, and in the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. Anything else? Let's check the other side of the bed. Mum's purse. It's nice, green. It's nice, it's different, it's unusual. This is from me. Dear Mum, Dad and Sam, I'm in the channel. What? What is the channel? I'm on my way back from London, this time going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the channel. London was great, Dad. I know you've always wanted to visit, and I think you really should. You'd love it. If you all want to come back here as a family sometime, I guess I could be convinced. Love you all. Nothing on the phone. Birthday celebration. Phone book, because they used to give you more than one. A Bible, like it's a hotel. How weird. Business card. Ooh, unknown dimension literature. New publisher for Dad. This is very interesting. Mum and Dad have 2 rooms. Yeah, I wouldn't be terrified having a room this big next to my bedroom. That's all weirdly lit. Watercolor techniques. How to paint flowers. I could not imagine having a house this big. What is this? Is this their bathroom? Wow. God, every time, and it's dark and it's terrifying, and it's like, it's not a horror game, it's not a horror game. Stop freaking out. Ugh, what does that mean? After the honeymoon. Rediscovering your spouse, personally, spiritually, sexually. And that's the grossest photo to have on the front too. I don't know why. It's the way he's like doing the like, yeah pose. Not into that. Two sinks, but no mirror. These are people, you know, they probably live in like abnegation or whatever it is from, what is that? Divergent. There's a cabinet. I didn't even see that. They've got more band-aids and shaving cream for men. But no shaver, no razor. They have no mirrors at all. They don't like to look at themselves. I didn't even notice. And we still haven't found the code to Sam's, what is it? Her little locker that she's got here. I just saw this. I used to have stars, my older sister, when we shared a room, we had stars on our ceiling. Oh, amazing. And then I had glow-in-the-dark stickers, and I put them all around. We had touch lamps, and so I put them all over my lamp, so in the dark I had stars on my lamp. And what I did, because it had a cover on it, and what I did was all the little panels, the glass panels around it, I had a different constellation that I'd made. Fun story time with me. They share a toothbrush too. You know, you got, like, when you're close as a family, you can share toothbrushes. We're going to forget that I said that word wrong. Where would her code be? And where haven't I been yet? Down a floor. So we've got some locked rooms that I haven't found keys for. And some rooms here. Oh, did I not go to the edge of that hallway? Maybe? Maybe there's more to explore. So I haven't found my room yet. Is this the end of the house? I feel like there's more. Oh. That I can't see. We got a note. Katie. Mum and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. My parents bought a house. Whoa. And they didn't even think about giving me a room? How rude. Are these my mum's paintings? She's so good. Nice of them to hook the electricity up in it though. Like to have all the lamps connected. Hey Sam, you were asking what my JROTC ribbons meant. This is a handy guide. Orienteering. Rifle team. Adventure training. Any codes? Someone give me a code. Composition book. Ghost Hunter Journal. Looks like Nabster Blook. A tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? Faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello, did not investigate, probably the furnace. Poured milk from carton in fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that spirits can sour milk. Milk was bought just yesterday. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. This is not a horror game. Don't do this to me. I suddenly begin to feel cold. We build a protective pillow fort. Lonnie and I employ Ouija board as a medium. No, please no. I would not touch a Ouija board ever. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and help patrol premises, recording any signs of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remain unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in attic, probably leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. All in all, a successful night. That's not scary at all. Where is this going on to? My things. And still no code. And still no keys. And we've been everywhere now? Oh no, we've got another door next to the guest room. What is this hell area? This is scary. How did I miss this whole space? Cassette tape. Heavens to Betsy, nothing can stop me. B-side. Where's the tape player in here? I just threw that. Doesn't seem to be a tape player. We're going to go run back to Sam's room and play this. What's this sound like? I honestly thought it was going to be possessed ghost noise for a second. Bits of the music that you get to sort of discover her personality from, because that really feels like that's her stuff that she's writing. Amazing that she recorded it and did anything. Oh, there's a tape player right here. Hello, I was looking for you. What else have we got? Exam forms. Did exemplary. Oh, that's Ranger Rick right there. More drawers. Halloween show, the Misfits. See you there. Don't forget your costume. Oh, that's not the name of her band then. Maybe.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
I feel like this is a love story. Lonnie, holy crap, I was in the library and I noticed something in the corner and I found a secret passage. Oh my gosh, am I taking notes? And it had Oscar's creepy old stuff in it. Okay, note to self, we'll go to the library and then look. Oh, it's marked on there. Interesting. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Let's have a look around this room. She's into cosplay. She made her costume. That's so cute. Wow, fancy. I learned to sew a little. I did Clotex back in high school. What is this? Sam's dark room, do not enter if red lights are on. How do I get in? At all? Hello? The attic is locked as well! I guess we'll go to the library and we'll check out the secret staircase. This house is so huge, I'm genuinely lost a little bit. Not that lost, apparently. Didn't I leave these doors open? Just so I remembered. Gotta go along this way. Attic is locked for ectoplasm outbreak. If we get slimed in this, won't be good. I like that she believes in ghosts. That's cool. We're in the library now. Music room. Dad's office to the library. They've got so many random rooms off of rooms. This is the TV room. Okay, other side of the hall. To me, it seems really strange that you'd have this room that leads into a room that then doesn't go anywhere. So this is a secret passageway. Wow! Because I want to step in here with no lights. This is great. I can see so much. Is that a light switch? What is this? Ghost Hunters. Sam and Lonnie secret house investigation log. Hidden compartments found. 3. Library. Upstairs hall. Foyer. Evidence of the supernaturals. Discovered 0. Hidden compartments. Marked on map. Full string. We found it. What? Oh, nope. Let me leave. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have a panic. That was scary. Let's just leave. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. I'm sweaty nervous. Nervous. Everything's fine. This isn't a horror game. We're gonna be fine. I didn't want to play a horror game today. I refuse to let this be a horror game. So, we're about to leave the room and we go up a little bit and left. Just plus. Loose panels! Ouija board. How about no? The first part of the combo tour thing, 0. Oh, let's put that away. That's probably cursed. Hello, who are you? What do you want to come back? That's what happened on the Ouija board. No, that's a no from me. So I've checked out 1, so now we're gonna go downstairs and check the other panels and get the rest of the combinations, I guess. That's not the way downstairs, this way. This is scary. It was just a bad light bulb with good timing. You sound like you're trying to convince me. Yeah, it's just a light bulb. It's totally fine. It was like when I played Soma and I walked into a lounge room and I had a moment of like, hey, that's fine. It's just a lounge room. And then the moment you step in there, the lights will freak out and turn off. And that was very scary. I backed out and had a panic attack. That's the rest of the code. Private, do not read. Heaven at the edge of the world. Is this more of her story? Yay! I love this part. Allegra and her scouting party peered down warily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves from their perch high in the forest branches. Mere feet away, sunlight shone brightly off the inner ice walls of the glacial basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. It is hard to speak. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. The first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung in the balance. We have to hurry! Allegra's party followed behind, moving quietly as a breeze through the greenery. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" She saw the Queen Amazonian up on her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted, "No!" and flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. The first mate screamed as he fell toward the water, then splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. Why does she keep losing her first mate? But then, from the vat, something began to emerge, a head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's. Then the shoulders and sleeves of his coat, soaking wet. But as the figure stood and the water poured down, Allegra saw that the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all. In fact, what looked back at her were the eyes, the face, the hair and hands and body of a woman. Still in the first mate's clothes. Still the first mate. She spoke in a soft, clear voice. "Captain?" The Amazonian queen said, "She is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt, and her crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, "That's the love of my life, and you can't have her." What an amazing story to be writing in the 90s. That is so cool. I remember sort of things that I read when I was young that really meant a lot to me was the Tamora Pierce. Oh, this is the show they went to.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you."
Oh, it is a love story.
I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
This is really cute. 00501. Woo! Here we go, everybody. Cigarettes. Key.
Lonnie came over today. Everything was different.
Uh-oh.
She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me.
Oh no.
Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Oh, bless. Oh, that's after she dyed her hair. Oh, this is so cute. I really like this. I feel like something's gone wrong, but I like the story of her and Lonnie, of Sam and Lonnie, and I like... Oh wait, which key did I get? Basement key. Oh, that's not going to be scary at all. It's her and Lonnie, and that's really cute and what they're experiencing, but I feel like things maybe went wrong with the family. She's run away, it appears. It's going to be fun to talk about this at Games Club, actually, because Games Club, it's a women's and non-binary one, so there's a lot of conversation about LGBT and that sort of thing, and I feel like this, yes, heading into the basement, totally fine. Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mum and Dad. The attic, something, something. Uh-oh. Where is there a light? Who would have the light for their basement so far down? If this light goes out, I'm not going to play this game anymore. I'm a bit nervous about what we're going to find at the end of this game, to be honest. Here I was thinking we're just going to be nostalgic about the 90s because it was set then. I was like, hey, I love 90s stuff probably. Maybe not as much as I love 2000s stuff. Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and also it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny. How impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Dear Mr. Soto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate following the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandmother, who is a lovely woman with sterling taste and a refined air. Let's do it again same time next year, shall we? Indeed. I feel like they were in the middle of reading Jane Austen when they were sending those. Yeah, let's not have creepy creaking. Oh.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around, well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
This is so cute. What is that? Turn lamp on. Thank you. She got into the college. Good for her.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Well, that's sad. So June 6th is when I got back. What? Whose face is cut out of that? The uncle? A letter. Dear Terence, thank you for sending me along a copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a monumentous occasion. I read it this afternoon. Oh, that's a bit of harsh criticism. The lens through which the personal shone was needlessly clouded by genre cliches and implausible dime store science fictional Deus Ex Machina. The great author speaks of their life's milieu in clear and honest tone, the lens crystal. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal that is publication. Thanks, Dad. It's not fun. So the person with their face cut out in the picture was their grandfather. Why is there such a big basement? Why is there so much in here? A letter to Lonnie. Dear Sam, I'm so happy you like the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I knew you'd be able to tell. You'd love Mexico, I think, probably. The nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them. And then I think of them together out there in the wilderness. And I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed and I almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together. I haven't done a good job, okay, but I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got to me the day before we start driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. I have to spend so much time in the dark room. Wonder if there's a tape here. Just because there's a Girl Scout, the band formerly known as Cub Scout set list. So that's what they called their band.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
That's the map. Another combination that we don't have. Oh, I don't want to go in the dark tunnel. That's so cute. Okay, it'll be fine. There we go. Oh, it doesn't work. Brilliant. We'll just leave that then. And Hope we find a combination somewhere else. Oh, I don't know. This isn't a horror game. It'll be fine. I cannot see anything in here. Maybe there's nothing there. Have spent so much time in the dark room. Creepy Life is Strange flashbacks. Don't bring those bad memories here. I don't want to think about that. Oh! It's like a drug. The first time was in my room in the middle of the night. I woke up and Lonnie was kissing me. Oh, that's a bit... Okay, not reading any more of that. Okie dokie. I'm a bit weirded out by the thought that she was kissing someone who was unconscious at the time. Oh, a cassette! I knew there'd be one. Here we go, put that there. Now we know that's Lonnie singing. What did we find in the basement? Did we find anything here? Oh, there's a little more to see. Something to the right. Everything could not creak. That would be brilliant. Wow, what a postcard. Hey Sam, I'm writing to you from Somewhere Falls. Oh, this is from Lonnie.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, "You didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl." But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Life is Strange said they took a lot of inspiration from Gone Home. The height chart, 2 friends, one having to leave, pirates, that bedroom reminding of Chloe. Yeah, I think there is a lot. Psycho House Girl. These are notes for... Oh, these are the diaries. I'm a bit confused. Where am I? I'm in a secret place. Is this the attic? Light, please. What is the creaking? Sonic Youth. I'm not into Sonic Youth. Could not stand them, unfortunately. This is a letter about deface her own locker. So someone wrote something on...
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But but I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Angry music. And we've snuck into a different room. New room. Lamps. Still didn't find that combination for the safe downstairs. This is a strange room. Earth, wind, and fire. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mum was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and then when she's home she takes it out on you. Like, because you're not a member of the family, she knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. Haha, it's okay. I know she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mum lives in Florida. You have to have a mum every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mum thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mum is a psycho-Christian and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mum in Florida? No! More letters. Offer of promotion to our mother? Fine. From the inside. Ah, we're back to the foyer. Alright. I cannot get over how big this house is. There's way too many lights and too many rooms to have in one house. Hi Jan, I got 2 tickets for That's What the Stub Was that we found. My girlfriend said she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. This is the dining room, I'm guessing. Distributing inappropriate materials. I'm guessing that's what that is. The zine. First off, congratulations, Regional Director. More letters from Carol. Ladybug stationery, that looks like it was printed from Word. I swear that was one of the borders you could put on things. The Accidental Warrior. Don't give up on this, honey. Dad's still writing. Why would you have a room that doesn't turn on all the lights? Freaky. Is that the fridge? This is the kitchen. This is a weird room. Weird shaped. Oh, I can't read that. Mr. and Mrs. at the marriage of their daughter. Very formal. Sam's schedule, working at the Crown. Don't know what I'm expecting to find in here. What flavor of ice cream? Cookie caramel. Oh, that sounds overly sweet. Can I close? Jam, cheese, American sandwich slices, salad dressing, sauce, Coke. Anything in the microwave? It's kind of cool that we can just click on whatever we want. All the food is gone. This is so strange. Whoop. Another letter. Mum accepted the promotion. Oh, they're on an anniversary trip. So they're not even there. That's why no one's back. So the parents aren't here because they're on an anniversary trip. And Sam's left. What room is this? What? This is a strange room. Dad got his new work printed. Oh, is this the garage? Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, so that's why no one is home. We will be camping in the gorge, but we will give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. Never trust a contractor. $40 is on the table to order pizza. Grab hat. Is that Lonnie's hat?
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country, the other side of the world. My mind, can't process it. She's really going to be gone. Just gone.
I'm a bit worried about how this is going to end. It's interesting the range in the music that we're getting as well. I know they're all the same vein and style, but they still kind of differ. Oh, it's a card from me. I had a wonderful time in Barcelona. I'm headed home. Sorry for the short notice. So basically the parents don't know that Sam is gone either. Still no mirrors. Toilet works. soap, toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. I'm guessing the attic is going to be the last place we get access to. Oh, laundry, right? What is this sink? It's huge. Wow, Sam, I wish I knew how to explain this. Oh, this has been through the wash. I love how much they crinkled it up. It's amazing that you can still see the ink. The army is this thing I grew up with. It's part of me. My dad's army friends are like family. I've always known it was where I'd end up. I'd never thought of it any other way. I wish things could be different. Maybe someday when I'm settled at a base and you're done with college and you're a famous writer and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed, things will be different and we can be together. She really left. It's really sad. What room is this now? Is this our porch? We have a greenhouse. Dear Kaz. That's a thank you letter for printing things. I always wanted a typewriter. They're so cool. I love the way they sound. Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Sounds like he writes stuff like Matthew Riley. More maps. Where we'll do it. Midnight, June 5. Final preparations are complete. What does that mean?
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too.
Aww.
I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
That's so sad. The skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico. So skulls from Lonnie. I feel like I'm going the wrong place. My map has been updated with something. Right by the base of the stairs. Ooh, another secret passageway. That's scary. I never found the secret in the basement to open the safe, but oh well. Possession and exorcism. Oh, this is heading someplace creepy. Attic key.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Oh no. I hope this game has a happy ending. I don't want it to be a sad ending. kind of like games without combat. Like, I do enjoy the break, but then they give you heartbreaking stuff like this. Please be fine. Please don't be sad. I'm really worried. Oh, it's a bit heartbreaking.
Oh my god. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls.
Oh, from me, wow.
I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone.
Oh, they weren't from me.
She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that.
Say yes.
And I said yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad it's a happy ending. I was so worried for a bit. What a nice
Katie,
story.
I'm so
I'm guessing
sorry
this is the end.
that I can't be there to see you in person. That I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again, someday. Love, Sam.
Aww. Oh, they've got a ballad that we get to listen to.
So I do it first so you won't see me. Laugh it off and I don't feel it.
Two Sarahs playing the people. I'm gonna take my headphones off because I can hear the credits, but that was really nice. I really enjoyed that. I was really worried for a bit, maybe in the attic there was hopefully, I honestly thought I was going to find Sam's body, and I was really kind of stressed about that for a minute, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad she got to run away with her girlfriend, with the love of her life. That's really sweet. I really enjoyed this, just walking around. It did definitely have that sort of spooky feel, and I don't know if it was something where they were trying to play into that, the expectation, because the expectation from the setting, it feels like they were sort of turned that on their head. They introduced you to the ghost things, and you constantly have creeps and stuff like that because it's an old house, but then, you know, it's just nice, no one got murdered, yay. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I'm really looking forward to hearing other people's thoughts at Gamescom on Friday. I think that'll be really fun. I was worried too, Matt. That's exactly what had me worried. I'm so glad it turned out nicely, and it's just a nice, you know, it's just been a nice experience. Nothing too stressful, not as stressful as Life is Strange, actually, because that is a stressful game, but this was, you know, a nice little way to chill on my day off, which I've enjoyed. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun too. The game's just now saying thanks for playing, and thank you for making the game, devs, because this was really, really fun. So yeah. As always, thanks for hanging out. Life is Strange will be up tomorrow. I've finished editing it. Just gotta make the thumbnail, I'm pretty sure. And things happen in that. You know, we're heading into stressful times in Life is Strange, but that's usual for that game. But as always, I'm bad at wrapping this up. Thanks for hanging out. I upload all the time on Wednesdays. Yeah, we're doing well. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.